It's Sunday the 28th of January and we're back in Blackpool to take a look at the construction work of Icon. So I'm just going to have a quick zoom in. As you may have seen in the last few days, the incline loop has started to be constructed. The support columns are in place for the track to be put in place. As we can see, one of the supports here. There's no work going on the Pleasure Beach today as it is blowing an absolute gale and it is probably too windy to operate a crane. So we put on our Facebook page yesterday about questions that you would like to ask us about Icon, because quite often we get a lot of questions in the comments of the videos that we can't always answer, or we don't always know the answer to the question. In this update, me and Mike will talk about Icon a bit, as well as showing you the latest construction from a perimeter walk around the Pleasure Beach. The first question I want to cover is, when will Icon open? This is something that we really can't answer at this stage, other than saying spring 2018. That's all we know at this point. Whether it'll be April or May, it's difficult to say, but we're just looking forward to it getting open, and hopefully in the next few weeks, probably the end of February, we may well see it testing. Of course, when we do know that it's going to be testing, we'll be making our way up to the Pleasure Beach and try and get some footage for you. Just moving on from that point, we'll start covering some of the questions, so I will be looking at my phone, I'm not being rude, I promise. So, one to you, Mike, is, will it be a front row or a back row ride?
I reckon it's going to be a backie because of the air tidal.
You reckon?
I reckon the air tidal is going to make it a backie.
Back row ride. I don't know. I think it might be. Both are going to have good parts about them. Obviously, the back row is really going to whip you over that airtime hill and through some of the other elements, whereas at the front you're going to get a bit more hang time, especially through the Immelman. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get sort of hang time through that, and then on the first launch when you go up and through the big one, that's going to be so good at the front row, because you're going to think, how close is the big one? So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I don't know which I'd rather do first, front or back row, it's difficult to say.
Yes, we always end up doing the front first, don't we?
Yeah.
We did on Red Force.
Yeah, that's true. We actually waited an extra few goes to make sure that we got the front row.
But it was worth it.
So the next question we've got is, do you think that Icon will have days where it will be closed because of high winds? I don't think so.
No. It's a launch coaster, it's quite low to the ground.
I'm pretty sure that there is going to be something that, if it's a really windy day and it's perhaps struggling, I'm pretty sure there'll be an option to crank the speed up slightly. I'm pretty sure all launch coasters have that option anyway, because I can't imagine that anyone will want a rollback on Icon, so I'd imagine there'll be that option. I mean, I've seen videos of Helix at Leesburg rolling back, but there is something in place to just make sure that it can go again.
Don't be surprised if first thing in the morning it probably does it on its first go every day, but other
well,
than that, I don't see it.
Red Force at Ferrari Land rolls back after its first launch every time. It happens on launch coasters. I mean, how many times have we seen Stealth roll back? It takes, what, 10 minutes and it's going again.
I don't see it being a big issue.
No, and I mean,
certainly don't see wind being a big issue, because it's
well protected by the big one as well. So another thing is, will we be able to get any views of the station area? The first look at the station area and Icon in the Pleasure Beach will be when we get to the Pleasure Beach on the 10th of February on opening day.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out that we will be in the park at least an hour before everyone else on our opening day event.
We will be quite close to the area.
We'll be very close, because we've got an avalanche ERT and then we've got the first public rides on the big one, which is a tradition of Pleasure Beach experience and called Pleasure Beach. So whilst the big one's technically not open, we are still the first public riders on the big one. Will we be getting any Big Blue updates? Yes, but we'll be paying for the room to do it. So we'll be getting a view from the Big Blue probably the day before.
Bickerton's obligatory opening weekend. Big Blue Hope room is booked, I believe.
That's the thing, yeah. The Big Blue is quite a common place for me and Becca to stay whenever we come up to the Pleasure Beach on the event weekend. So
you will have seen many a time sat at the window with the camera like that.
I believe we got an update in December of Icon. Was it December? We got an Icon update in December where we were filming out onto the park when they were carting track into the park. This was agreed, well, I say agreed, we'd spoken to the Pleasure Beach beforehand to get this footage to make sure that we were allowed to do it, because like I say, we don't want to be filming from places that we're not allowed to film from and stuff like that without permission. It's always best to ask for permission before just assuming. So yes. Do you have a boarding pass?
I don't.
No, I do. I got one for Christmas. VIP boarding pass.
I don't see the need, because I think I'm going to come here quite a lot and ride it anyway. So
one about the lighting is one that we can probably cover. Well, I could probably cover more than you, because I've seen Helix is lighting. If Icon's lighting is anything like Helix's, where it flickers as it leaves the station, that'll be amazing. I hope the train as well has the same lighting as Helix, because that is just really, really good.
Yeah, Helix's lights look ace.
Graham's getting cramped.
Yeah, the green lights on the side of Helix look ace.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll have that sort of train lighting, because like I say though, the lighting on Helix is amazing. Yeah, since covering the Icon construction from pretty much since it started, it's difficult to imagine where you're actually going to get in and out of the station. Originally I thought it was going to be you would sort of walk down and straight into it, kind of like Lost Gravity. You know how there's a setup where there's a way in and a way out.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'm going to be interested.
We'll have to see. Again, I think we might get a clue of that an opening weekend, or maybe in the weeks after it.
Yeah. So another thing is, on the Facebook page we've been asked when do we think the trains will arrive. Honest answer, don't know, but I'm going to predict it's fairly soon, because the completion of Icon is not too far away, and with Mack roller coasters, their trains come assembled already, so it's not like they'll come in pieces. It'll come as a whole. The train will come completely built, so it'll need to be put on the track before the track's completed, if that makes sense.
At this bit here, you can just about make out some of the incline loop there, but I think that's going to be awesome as it zips around here and goes under steeplechase.
Yeah.
I think that's going to... Ever since I saw the plan for it, I thought that bit under steeplechase round the back of Big Dipper's going to be ace.
Yeah.
How low and tight it is. I mean, that looks like there's going to be a chopper coming through the big one there.
Definitely.
And I think there's going to be a few more on it.
Yes.
You can't. I think we'll get a really good idea of that in a couple of weeks' time, when we can have a look at it properly.
Yeah.
I mean, the pictures Amanda put up give us a great look at what's there already.
Yeah.
That's been brilliant. But I think it's going to be awesome to see it ourselves in a couple of weeks, when hopefully we'll be able to get some view of it. I don't know how much of it's going to be cordoned off when the public are in the park. Possibly quite a lot. It is a building site after all. But I think, I'm really looking forward to it now. I'm looking forward to getting to see the ride itself.
Thank you all for watching this Pleasure Beach Experience video, and we'll see you in the next Pleasure Beach Experience video.
See you next week.
See you next week.